The Hebrew Bible lies at the center of the American imagination, and it is one of the central inspirations for the founders.
Rabbi Meir Soloveitchik leads the oldest Jewish congregation in the United States. He's also a professor at Yeshiva University and told CBN News how Jewish scriptures helped America's founding fathers form the nation we have today.
On July 4th, after the Declaration of Independence was approved, and Benjamin Franklin and John Adams and Thomas Jefferson are forming a committee to decide what the seal of the United States would be, the first suggestion that Benjamin Franklin makes once this committee gets going is that the seal of the United States should be Moses and Pharaoh at the sea, with the motto, rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God. And so when Franklin is asked what story should emphasize or embody what we are trying to do here, the first place his mind goes to is Exodus.
And the inspiration goes beyond Scripture. Soloveitchik says most Americans would be surprised where the idea of religious freedom originated.
Jonas Phillips is a man that I refer to as the most important American Jew you've never heard of.
Phillips came to the colonies as an indentured servant. After working off his debt in Charleston, South Carolina, he moved north, served in the Revolutionary War, and became one of the most prominent Jews in the new nation. But despite his success, religious freedom eluded him. In Pennsylvania, non-Christians could not serve in the legislature. So, in 1787, Phillips decided to push for religious liberty in a big way.
Jonas Phillips writes a letter to the convention and to its president. And that president of the convention, of course, is George Washington. And so he writes to say that the Jews have been passionate patriots, and they have fought for the revolution. And in his words, he says, the Jews have fought and bled for liberty that they cannot enjoy. You have to appreciate the audacity, right? He's writing to the most revered man in America at the time, George Washington.
Washington and the other leaders got the message loud and clear.
The Constitutional Convention, not necessarily because of his letter, but the Constitutional Convention concludes with a document that really for the first time bans religious test for office.
Phillips earned the respect of the founders and left quite the legacy. Benjamin Rush, a signer of the Declaration of Independence, attended Phillips' daughter's wedding, and one grandson, Uriah Phillips Levy, not only became the Navy's first Jewish Commodore, he also bought Thomas Jefferson's Monticello and preserved the estate for the American people.
You see an extraordinary poetry to the story of this Phillips family and the intertwining of the story of this Jewish family and the story of the founders and the story of America.
The founders envisioned the creation of America as sacred and wanted a sacred covenant between God and man. And it's this covenant that Rabbi Soloveitchik believes binds Jews and Christians together as Americans.
I want both Jews and Christians to come out of these lectures with a renewed sense of wonder at the miracle that is the American story. And I hope that both Jews and Christians have a renewed sense of what we share as Americans when we understand the role that the Bible played in America's founding.
Emily Jones, CBN News.